Part 2 of Rocket to Insanity. Now, where was it? Oh yeah. Just don't touch me. I'm fine. Honest, just she nearly spilled the beans right then and there. But refrained. She couldn't take the chance that the other pony might think different of her, because she was being scared out of her mind every night by some stupid nightmare. Her body gave a little shiver as Applejack looked on with concern. Gotta go! Before Applejack could say anything further, Dash was off like a rocket towards Sweet Uplarker, leaving the cow pony to just scratch her head in confusion. That girl ain't right. After finally, after filled night, Dash lay curled up upon the floor of her cloud house, blankets swirled around the shivering form. It was worse this time. She had been flayed open, set upon the dining table of the pink earth pony, as slabs of raw meat dripped with the life fluids was shivered from her flanks, served to all of her friends, herself still somehow alive enough to be aware of the entire situation, hearing the laughter as they devoured her living form, as fork and knife dug into her innards, tearing her apart. She was nothing more than a slab of meat for her friends' enjoyment. Hiccups pumped her through heavy sobs as the Pegasus pony clutched her head. The visions that her nightmares had been visiting upon her ingrained in her memory. Enough every horrible detail, from the very pain of the rendered flesh to the sickening sounds of innards being torn and ripped out of her belly, was cast in vivid depiction. She whined as she lay curled tightly upon the floor, sniffling her tears gushed from her eyes. "Just leave me alone! Why won't you leave me alone?" She hiccuped, rocking back and forth. "I don't deserve this! Just stay out of my head! Just stay out of my head! Get out of my head, please! Just get out of my head!" Fear turned to anger, Dash beating her hooves against her temples. "Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!" She wept openly, grinding her forehead against the floor of her room, hooves pounding and pounding at her head, bruising the flesh as pent-up frustration and sleep deprivation erupted in an agonizing scream of rage and sorrow. Another night, another crack in the window. Every pony had noticed it. It was the way she walked, the way she talked. Her body language just screamed it. Gone was Rainbow Dash, that cheerful brass speedster, replaced by some hollow shell. She drifted aimlessly around Ponyville, as weeks of interrupted sleep had taken its toll upon her. All her friends knew that something was up, but none of them knew exactly what to do. She had pushed them away when they had tried to confront her, lashing out like some wounded animal. Any time they tried to console her or plead her to get help. Too headstrong, some would say. Too proud, others still. But none of them realized the gravity of the situation until that one fateful day, the day Rainbow Dash finally snapped. Oh, I can already tell where this is going. Oh, it's starting good. Yeah, somebody recommended this to me. It's pretty good. Continue. Back to the story. It had been unseasonably warm spring day in Ponyville. Every pony was out enjoying the temperate weather, from foals to coats and then some, as every pony went about their for business. Lyra and Bon Bon chatting it up beneath their usual table at the cafe. Applejack selling the first harvest, which is Sweet Apple Acres, as the ponies lined up for the Ruby Delectables and the first harvest from within Candy Corner. Pinkie Pie was busy darting to and fro in the kitchen, baking up a storm, which she glanced at the clock every now and then, frowning every time from before the bell to the door finally rang, and a haggard-looking Rainbow Dash entered the shop. "Rainbow, you're finally here! Oh, I've been so worried about you. You've been all whoopsie-doopsie, so I thought I'd ask you to come visit me. But they didn't show, so I could make you feel extra super special and cheer you up, but they didn't show." Where are ya? Alright, where are ya? They didn't show up when I thought you were going to, when I was all sad that you were going to stay cooped up in your house all day, but then you came, and now you're here, and now we can finally have some fun. Dash merely looked at her blankly before shaking her head and stumbled forward. Whether Pinkie, it was what do blah. Let me start again. Dash merely looked at her blankly before shaking her head and stumbling forward. "Whatever, Pinkie. What do you want me here for?" The energetic Earth Pony bounced about to the kitchen, over towards one of her many ovens of the Candy Corner, before pulling the door down, reaching in and pulling out a tray of puffy, fluffy cupcakes with a generous slathering of icing upon them. She spun around, grinning widely as she shoved the baked goods up to Dash. "Show the baked goods up to Dash, I made you cupcakes." Dash paled, mind flashing back to the earliest of those nightmares, the most vivid, the most intense, a tray of cupcakes, tasting it, finding her motor skills rapidly deteriorating, stumbling as her body shut down under the effects of some unknown drug. Pinkie Pie loomed over her with the trademark grin, eyes gleaming as the world dimmed around her, and here it was, happening for real. Visions became hazed as the world began to spin around her. The Pegasus stumbled back and shaking her head, whispering under her breath, "No, no, 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 no!" She backed up, eyes wide with fear, as she shook her head violently, looking around frantically for a way out. Any way out. The window, the door. "No, no, no! I don't want him! No! Not gonna let you let me out of here! Let me out of here!" Pinkie merely tilted her head in silence, quickly setting the tray down and lifting a few of the cakes out, plating them bouncing over to the shivering Rainbow Dash. Bring the plate to the Pegasus. Dash stared at them. They were the same color, same kind. "Run!" A voice in her head said. "Run! Run, you idiot! Run!" A hoof lashed out, smacking the plates out of Pinkie Pie's hooves. "I said I don't want 'em! I know what you're doing! It's not gonna work!" Pinkie Pie frowned at that discarded cupcake, but in typical Pinkie fashion, she just shrugged and went about cleaning them out. Humming to herself, "Maybe you don't like avocado icing, but that's okay. I made plenty more so we can make them to your liking. Is that okay, Rainbow?" "Dash?" She glanced back at the Pegasus pony, letting out panicked, whimpering noises, eyes fixated on the pony before her, pupils nearly pinpricked as fear and adrenaline coursed through her veins. She was pinned between Pinkie and the wall behind her, chest heaving with heavy gasps. Her sleep. Hold up. Alright, wait, how long are we going? Holy cow, 10 minutes. We're gonna go to part 3.